everyone, welcome to a warm-up video. This video can be added on to one of the longer videos or it can be done by itself as a nice little movement and mobility session. So enjoy. So to get started, we're going to bring our feet together in the centre of our mat, keeping those heels touching. We're just going to turn the toes out and then we're going to pivot the heels to find them hip width apart. In this position, we're going to lift up all 10 toes, spread them nice and wide, popping them back down on the mat so we've got that nice wide base of support. Making sure you're lifting through your inner arches and you've got that gentle bend in our knees. We're going to take a gentle rock forward and a gentle rock back. Transferring that weight forward and backwards to wake up through the ankles and the feet and just have a play around with that centre of balance. Lovely, coming back into centre, we're going to transfer the weight from one foot to the other. Once again, just waking up through the ankles and the feet and just having that play around with our centre of balance. Going for one more each side. And then coming back into centre. So again, thinking about that softness in our knees, making sure we're not locking them back into extension. And then bringing our hands onto our hips as we come into those pelvic tilts. Just gently rolling that pelvis forward and rolling that pelvis back. Trying to over-exaggerate this range of movement just to wake up through that lower back and just bring that awareness to the area. Go for one more in each direction. And then we're going to find that point somewhere between those two movements where we feel like we've got that nice neutral pelvis. Now we want to maintain this neutral pelvis throughout our practice today. And we do so by using those deep core muscles. We're going to practice activating them by placing our hands on our tummies, taking that lovely deep breath in to relax and expand. Deep breath out to gently draw into centre. Breathing in to relax and expand. Breathing out to gently draw to centre. Now as you breathe in, think about relaxing the shoulders, relaxing through the chest. And as we breathe out, think about knitting both sides of the tummy in towards one another. Now we're only working at about 30% of what these muscles can fully do. So we're not bracing through the tummy here, we're just gently switching it on. Now if you can think about that pelvic floor, that sling of muscle that runs underneath the pelvis, and you can think about lifting that as well as drawing in, that's something we can work on. Breathing in to relax them all. Breathing out to lift and draw to centre. Now it might make it feel a little bit like you're trying to zip up through the front of your pelvis here, and then unzip on the way down. One more. Breathing out, maintaining that light engagement, and then returning to our normal breathing pattern. Bringing our hands onto our ribs, we're going to keep the pelvis nice and still, as we give those ribs a little wiggle from one side to the other, disassociating the top of the spine from the bottom. Go for one more each side of them. And then bringing that ribcage back above the pelvis. Settling the shoulders here, growing tall from the crown of the head, softening through the ribs. And we're just going to nod the chin down to the chest as we roll one ear to one shoulder. And then over to the opposite side. Taking your time, moving from one side of the body to the other. And just enjoying that stretch down the side of the neck here. Going for one more each side of the room. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that chin back down to our chest, re-stacking it on top of the head. Taking a deep breath in here. Deep breath out, sweeping those arms up overhead, sliding the shoulders back and down as we do. Breathing in to return. Breathing out to lift and reach. Breathing in to return. Making sure we're not arching that spine here. We're sliding those shoulder blades down the spine, maintaining that lovely neutral pelvis. 2 more. Last one. Holding the arms overhead for a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Coming into that lovely side bend, holding for a deep breath in, Deep breath out, windmill those arms up and over, maintaining equal amounts of weight in both feet as we hold that deep breath in. Deep breath out, both arms come down either side of us, bending the elbows, palms face up. Deep breath in. Deep breath out to rotate through the shoulders, breathing into center. Breathing out to rotate. Breathing into center. Opening up through that chest, sliding the shoulder blades back and down. For 2. And 1, we're going to hold in the open, we're going to turn the palms upside down, reach the hands away, bend the elbows and return. We're going to rotate through those shoulder joints here, just opening up through the shoulder. Waking up that joint, moving it through its entire range of mobility. 2 more. Last one, holding the arms out, deep breath in. Deep breath out, we're going to close the palms together in center, breathing in to open through that chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Last one. Bringing those hands back to center, turn the palms face down, deep breath in. Deep breath out to press the air back and down, sweeping past the thighs, breathing into lift. Breathing out to press. And you can lift up onto those toes if you feel ready to. Breathing into lower and lift. Breathing out. Breathing in. 3 more of these. 2. And 1. Grounding the heels, bringing the hands onto the hips. We're going to come into our Pilates walking, bending one knee, lifting one heel, and then pedaling the weight over to the opposite side. Trying to keep those hips nice and level. Transferring that, not transferring the weight from side to side. It's more like we're coming straight up and straight back down. So we're not rocking through those hips. We're not rotating through the pelvis. Just straight up and straight down. For 3. 2, and ground those heels, taking the feet slightly wider apart, hands come down either side of us, deep breath in as we hinge through the hips, sitting back and down, breathing out to press the mat away and grow tall, breathing in to sit, breathing out. We're going to go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Rising on up, nice and tall. Well done, everyone. Like I said before, you can use that as a little bit of a mobility routine, or you can add it on to one of the longer videos and use that as your warm-up to the main body of exercise. Whatever you choose to do, I hope you enjoy it.